Amy, stand up. I don't know if you all know, but this is Mike's daughter, Amy.
I don't need a microphone. I got my dad's voice. What do you want me to say?
Doesn't make you a bad person.
No, it makes me a better person.
Amy, are you taller than your mom? No. The answer's no.
Am I supposed to say something like him?
Pardon me?
Am I supposed to say something?
Whatever you want.
If you'd like to.
Well, I just want to say that Dad would really love this. He would love this. He would love the stories that you guys have all told me, and he would love the laughter, and he would love the camaraderie, and he would love this place on the beach, and he would just love everything that is happening right now. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for being here, because as much as you, I hope you take a piece of him with you today so that you will always have him with you and in your heart, because you guys meant a lot to him too. It's nice to put a lot of faces with names. Thank you for coming, guys.
And Dottie, you know, people would like to think that Mike's mother is hiding over here in the corner. Hi, Dottie.
Hi, Dottie.
That's the other side of the family, the quiet one.
And his brother Steve is somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Okay, his brother Steve. And,
Come on, Steve, come up here.
Yeah.
and Stevie, where are you?
Yeah, where's the?
This
He's
is Mike's
Savannah's
mother and
age.
his brother and his
Where?
nephew Stevie.
Oh, okay. I remember that boy.
Steve, do you want to say something? You don't need the microphone. You have a lot.
I got Reggie voice.
You got Reggie voice.
Well, all I can say is, the best thing about being the younger brother is having the older brother. And he was always around for me, all the time. And everything in San Francisco, we were in times in the 60s where everybody was hot and cold. There were a lot of issues, the Vietnam War, racial issues, and my brother always tried to protect me, tried to tell me, one of the things I noted he said to me years ago was, whatever happens, you're not allowed to get hurt. You need to protect yourself. And there's no such thing as a fair fight or if you have issues, deal with them, get away from them, but do not get hurt. And that helped me quite a bit growing up. And then if there was an issue, well, then I just went home and told my big brother. And that issue went away. But, back then, at 10 years old, 11 years old, he was 15 and 16, we got to go down to Golden Gate Park and Fisherman's Wharf and Ocean Beach, and we were kids, but in San Francisco in those days, kids were safe and you could go anywhere you wanted. And my brother pretty much made sure I went everywhere. And on the bus, on the jitney. Eventually, he had the TR3, so he had a little sports car, and that was a lot of fun. And he loved it, and always had the top down, even when it rained. But he didn't want to put that top up. And we wanted to go to my grandparents. We got in the TR, went to my grandparents in Marin County. We wanted to go to my other grandparents in San Leandro. That sports car went everywhere. But, like I said, the best part of being the younger brother is having the older brother.
Okay, I have a couple of things to read here. First of all, I'm going to read the one from Joe Villa. Joe Villa said, "I can't repay what a great influence he was on me. In his own way, he was an example of pure determination of living free. A lesson in life. You had to ask Mike the same question 3 times to get the full story. Christmas Eve, when he rushed us out of a house to get to the bank before it closed, leaving the customers home in disarray. Then blew all the money. When Terry asked about what happened, Mike replied, "I had the money. I spent the money. Now the money is gone." I remember Mike walking into one of my presentations and did the "let's make a long story short without taking a connecting flight." That was his favorite close. And lowballed my prospects because he wanted to leave. I looked at him and said, "Thank you, Mr. Rege. I'm so touched by your wanting to help me win my trip, that I want to throw in all the attachments as well." He looked at me and didn't know what to say, and then just started laughing. We played backgammon, we bet for money, bet on football, eating at only the best restaurants, and never being too concerned about tomorrow, always enjoying the day. Is the way I will remember Mike. He was so loud you could hear him a block away. Hands on his hips, rose-colored glasses, just like Peter Pan, always a kid. That's what Joe did. And then this one is from my sister Pat. She says that Mike has always seemed like a part of our family, even before he became part of our family. Mike started working for our dad in Heron, Illinois, selling vacuum cleaners door to door, sometime in the early mid-1970s. Our family always took in the guys that worked for Dad, and Mike was no exception. So when he didn't have anywhere else to go, he would be there for Thanksgiving, Easter, Christmas, or any time Mom was making a special meal. Mike always had a way about him that always fit right in, no matter what the occasion. He was always at family functions in Heron and was funny and lighthearted. We were there with him through his marriages, his birth of his daughter Amy. He came to Florida with a girl named Sherry and worked for Culligan. And we don't have any pictures of Sherry, so I don't know if any of you remember her. But anyway, that's who he came to. And then when Terry moved down here, he went to work again with Terry selling Kirby vacuum cleaners. And that's when he met me. And so what followed was a long-term relationship that resulted in marriage in December of 2017. And Mike found someone that would take care of him and love him, and he needed that. And I remember a few years back at Christmas when we played bunco, everyone was moving from table to table with no cell phones, laughing and cutting up. He really had a good time that day and told me how much he enjoyed it. He visited us in South Africa, and I remember driving up the long driveway to the house, and Mike goes, "Graceland." And when he came down for Todd's wedding, he was looking really worn out, but he was there and never complained. When John and I decided to get rid of our old Mercedes SUV, we gave it to Mike, and you would have thought we'd given him $1 million. Mike had his challenges, as we all do, but I never heard him utter a negative or bad word about anyone, which was a wonderful quality. And after all, he put up with all of us all these years.
That's right.
Now, he has left a hole in my heart, and he will be sorely missed by all that knew him. In loving memory, John and Patricia Griffith Novoselic. Okay, so now I think that Ben, Stevie,
Got something to say?
are you okay, Ben?
I just need a minute.
You just need a minute. Well, I'll read some more of these things here. This is from John and Kayla. They said his bright smile and bright, I can't remember, his bright shirts being, that the church bring, I can't,
It's okay, man.
I can't read. Okay. Is this from you, Liz?
Yes.
This is Liz. Do you want to read it, Liz?
Okay. It said, what I'll remember is the big smile on his face when I would walk through the front door, knowing that he didn't have to work that day.
And Nick, do you want to read yours? Sure.
Not really, no.
Do you want to read it, Nick?
But it's got more to it than what I said. I don't understand.
You better come on up here.
This is for Mike.
It was him talking to his phone all the time. It was funny to me. When he would talk like Siri on his phone.
What? That's all?
There wasn't any more to it, Mom.
Talk to Siri on his phone?
Well,
Tell us a story.
That's the story. That's the story. It was just a memory. It was just a memory.
Good job, good job.
Mike Ames.
Mike Rege to all of us was somebody that would just put a smile on your face. You couldn't be in a bad mood around Mike Rege because he was just funny and he was embarrassing at times.
Oh, he would embarrass you.
But he's never met a stranger. He made everyone feel welcome, and we're all here for a good reason. And let's all hope he's in a better place. And he would have a great time if he were here.
Yes.
And I'm so sorry to all of you for your losses, especially to Barbara, that you had your life partner with you all the time and it's taken. You know, all we can do is go on, and that's what he would want.
So I just got three real quick. Make it quick, Barbara. So the first one obviously has something to do with this. I actually learned from Mike Rege. If you get a stain on your shirt, what you have to do is put a lot of water on it. This is where Mike Rege, a lot of water, and dab it, don't scrub it. So that's the first thing. Second thing,
Pants, not your shirt.
no, it was always my shirt, and I sold about 90% of the time when I got stain on it. The second thing, which is really, this one took me a while to figure out. I actually wanted to say this first, but Mike's thing was, I can take you to the water, but I'm not going to make you got to drink, man. I'm not going to make you drink. So that was honestly, when I was, 21, 22, however young I was, that was one of the biggest things I ever took from Mike Rege. And then I'm gonna tell my favorite story about Jamaica. This is no joke. It almost sounds like it's bullcrap, and I'm making it up, but I'm not. It was the last day of the month. I've been begging Barbara for 3 days. I think I might not have sold for 3 or 4 days. I said, Barbara, I got 14. That Jamaica trip's coming up. I'm like, if I don't get the 15th one, can I go? She's like, no, you're not going if you don't get it. So me and Mike are in a house. So I get in the house. Actually, I don't remember. Mike got me in the house, or I got in. It doesn't matter. But the wife was there. The wife was like, look, I can't make any decision right now. After we showed her everything, been in there for an hour, and the husband's sleeping. Mike comes in and says, well, so where's he at? Which room? Take me to the room. So Mike starts walking, and she's like right there, and he's like, hey, sir, your wife's about to buy a vacuum. We'd like to show you a couple of things. So long story short, the guy says, honey, do you want it? And, she says, yeah, I want it. And so then get it. And they got the 15th one, and I got to go to Jamaica. I really feel like if I wouldn't have got that 15th one, I don't think you were going to let me go.
I would have let you go.
That's a good one. And whoever doesn't know, Barbara's the true ringleader. Was the true ringleader. She kept us in check. She kept us going. If we all got upset or whatever, she took care of us. And so did Mike.
I'm ready.
Okay.
We have very few dear friends in life, and Mike to me was a dear friend, and over the last 20 years, he's been a dear friend to me, was always there for me, basically taught me everything I know about what I do now, always made me laugh, always, when I was down and out, he always had something to say that would snap me out of it and bring me back to reality. And he and Barbara are like family to me. miss. I'm just gonna miss him and hanging out with him and his laugh and his stupid jokes and him embarrassing me everywhere. I would be in a store and I'm on one side of the store and I can hear him talking to somebody. And he was a character and a very, very good hearted person, and